What's up, everybody? I'm back. If it feels like I look different, it's because I finally changed my shirt. Anyways, I have a problem. I have a very nice spacey guitar part that sounds like this. Ooh, so spacey. And I have a very nice keyboard part that goes like this. And my problem is when they play together, it's just a gosh darn messy mess. And let's listen to that in context with the whole song. We're working on Christmas music today. By the way, here's a few bars before. So what I'm hearing is that when that keyboard kind of gets drowned in this super wide spacey guitar part, but that's, you know, of course it does, because this guitar is so big. So how do we solve this? Well, here was my thought. What if I just take a EQ on the left channel only, because that keyboard is on the left, right? If we listen again. So the keyboard is definitely panned. So, hey John, why don't you just pan it? Well, I think it sounds bad. That's why I don't pan it. Because if I pan it, we just lose all that big, juicy stereo goodness that I love so much. So here's how I fixed it, or here's how I solved my problem. EQ, that only affects the left side or the left speaker on my big spacey guitar, and sidechain it to the keyboard, so that when the keyboard comes in, it will duck out that left side of the reverb. And when at the end of the verse, the keyboard is done and that stereo space is going to be swelled up again. It actually worked really, really well. Here's how I did it. I got Pro Q3, everybody's favorite EQ. If you don't have Pro Q3, what are you even doing with your life? You might as well go to bed, start over tomorrow, and get Pro Q3. Here's what I did. I just took a band and I made it, if we go to shape, I made it a high shelf. And then down here, I made it on the left side. This is a cool thing about Pro Q3. You can pick where you want it to work. So left, right, stereo, mid, side. So now we have an EQ that will only affect the left side. Then I went up, because I don't want it to always be on, right? I went up to sidechain. Well, first, what's the name of my cheesy lead? That sounds like an actor. Cheesy lead, doesn't it? Audio 38. So I can go up here. And I already did it, but you go to audio and find audio 38. There's your cheesy lead. So let's go a few bars before. What should happen here? Also, yank on this guy. So this button comes up. Click on that, and now you're in sidechain mode. So this is a dynamic EQ, right? So let's listen to it. Well, gosh darn, they just cleaned it right up, or cleared it right up, don't you think? Here's without once. Here's with. I'm also starting to think we're missing a fade. That's why it's popping. Cool. Now we got a fade too. Here's with the sidechain left side only EQ. So that's pretty cool, right? So let's listen at the end too, because as you can see, this is the end of the keyboard, but the guitar goes longer. So once we get here, some sloppy engineer has forgotten to put fades on stuff. When we run out of keyboard, it will no longer sidechain or trigger the EQ sidechain. So our big nice guitar swell should come back in, or it should swell back in. Let's listen to it. I'll leave the EQ up here so you can see it as well. Oof, now we have guitar full stereo. Let's listen to that whole thing. I'll do a few bars before so we get a feel for it with the sidechain EQ and all that stuff on. Check it out.
Wild is the flag, the moon on the wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee.
Pretty cool. So now that doesn't annoy me anymore. Awesome. We can move on to the next thing. Let me know if this was helpful in the comments, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.